Okay. Hi, I'm Wiley.
And I'm Maddie.
And it shouldn't happen again because Maddie doesn't ever do her job and I have to do everything for her. And I'm just kidding. She's a queen.
That's why I'm
You
editing
left the
all...
microphone up there.
I didn't want to do it. It's facing towards the sky.
Sorry.
Okay, so I don't know how to say her last name, actually.
Oh, good.
I think it's like Weidner.
Wiley?
It's like a mix of... Okay, so... Here, look at it.
Okay, wait. Can you talk closer to your mic? Because you are a little quiet.
Okay.
Have you turned up?
Oh my god, I'll yell.
Weidner?
That's what I was thinking.
It looks like
Weidner?
Adelaide's last name. Weisner?
Yeah. Well, I liked it because it was Amy Weidner. It reminded me of Amy Winkler.
Or Amy Winehouse, which Kevin wanted, but she hates Kevin, so she said no.
Yeah.
Kevin
basically.
is our biggest fan. Kevin's a queen. Okay, we need to
Yeah, that's why the group chat's famous people and number one fan. My computer's gonna die. Okay,
Good,
so
good.
Amy Weidner was born April 10th, 1973.
Oh.
And at 14 years old, she became pregnant.
Me too.
No, but this
I'm
is
just
like,
kidding.
that's no bueno because this is 1980s.
Mm.
So,
But
like,
that's not
people
that
don't like
bad.
that.
Like,
People don't,
I mean,
no, people don't like
it.
that.
But
no.
also, it's like,
That's not liked. They don't like it. They said no. And she was able to hide her pregnancy for 5 months, though.
so she's a skinny queen.
Because she just wore, like, baggy clothes and stuff.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Is that what you do every
That's what
time?
That is what I do.
You heard it here,
That's why I wear a
Mommy.
hoodie every single day.
You're not wearing a hoodie right now.
No, I am.
Oh, okay.
And on October 25th, 1987, Amy gave birth to her daughter, Emily. And then went back to school 6 days later. And then on November 13th, 1989, I didn't even realize that.
Oh, so it's gonna be from 1989.
Okay. So on November 13th, 1989, Amy Weidner wasn't feeling well, and she stayed home from school along with her 2-year-old daughter, Emily.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, she's 16 years old.
Yes.
Okay.
Like us.
And then, since she's, skipping school, her
Mhm.
mom's calling her, and she's not answering her phone. Or the phone, the house phone. And so the mom called the neighbors and was like, yo, go check on my kid. And they did, and there was no answer. So then the mom, her name's Gloria, by the way. I don't know
Gloria,
if
like the
that's-
hippo?
Yes, from Madagascar.
Was she fat?
The mom? Or the hippo?
Both.
I don't know. I can check really quick.
No, it's okay.
No, I'll check. No, she wasn't. I remember seeing a picture of her. She's not.
So she's not
She's-
like big back?
No, she's not big back. Look, skinny queen.
I'm not saying big back. I'm saying
Look at her.
like
She's
big back,
she's
like
got
the
a little
person.
back.
She's a skinny queen.
She's a skinny queen. This is Amy. She's a cutie.
She is a cutie. Too bad she's dead.
You don't know that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, Gloria returned to their Indianapolis home, which is where we're going to go to the Air store.
Yes! Please send us tickets.
To find Amy dead in her bedroom.
Uh-oh.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
now
not
we do know
good.
that.
I told you she
No.
died.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
But Emily was unharmed. So Emily's chilling.
Good. Oh, the kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was the baby in the room with her?
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
That's bad. Yeah. And
Oh, that's like Betty Gore, who was axe murdered while her child was in the other room.
at least she wasn't in the same room.
That's true. How was this girl killed?
Well, I'm getting there.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
It's always I want to hear more about the case. That's what I talked about Betty getting axe murdered. God. So Amy's killer had left a bloody handprint on her bedroom wall,
That's scary.
and there was also DNA on the bedding
Oh.
and like other parts of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And the police cut out the handprint on the wall and took it for evidence.
I like
So
that.
there's just this big hole in their wall from the.
They're like, how are we gonna get this out? How are we gonna do it? Like, guys, what about lunch? What about
the handprint? Like, they cut it out.
How are we gonna get this out?
No,
of
just
the
wait.
house?
These police officers are really smart.
Good. I guess it's innovative.
It is. So, police believe that her murder was a result of a robbery gone wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to think of where this is in my notes. So basically, it said that she was strangled, but why is there a bloody handprint?
Yeah.
I'm kind of, I was confused. And it also, like, spoiler alert, it was a robbery gone wrong. So, that makes sense.
Maybe it was the robber's blood?
Yeah, but she was found strangled, so I don't know where the blood is coming from, but whatever.
Gross.
Live, laugh, love. So, the police, when searching the house, they realized that Amy's older brother, John,
That is
had
a good one.
that's a good name, had a stereo that was missing, and there was also cash missing, so this backed up their robbery thing. And then the police were like, oh, well, it probably was someone that knew John had the stereo, and they went and stole it, right?
Yeah.
And then since, like, it was supposed to be during the school day, they thought no one was going to be home, and, right? Which, good, this is a good theory they're working on. They're cooking something up here.
They're cooking.
They're cooking. And so the detectives also noticed that the back door was open, so they're like, okay, enter through the back door.
They're on the ball.
They got some good stuff going on.
We're figuring this one out. But
So-
why is there a dead woman? That's the only thing.
The police took hair samples and fingerprints from several of the neighbors and friends of Amy's brother, and none of them matched to the crime scene. Especially since, like, they have a whole handprint. Like, I mean, that's...
Yeah. Hello?
And then, soon after this, the case, like, they couldn't find anything else, and it was, like, a cold case for a while.
Huh?
And then, they have handprints, hair samples, all this
We're
stuff.
never going to find it. We have all this DNA evidence.
We have all of this
We're never gonna
DNA.
use it.
We have all this DNA evidence. We are not going, however, to compare it to any other things in our criminal database. We're not.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
We compared it to the two neighbors right next to her. None of the other ones, though.
Just them.
And a few of Amy's brother's close friends. No one else.
Yeah,
No one
I'm
else.
like,
it can't
I
be
don't think
anyone else.
could
know.
do it. Yeah.
There's no one else.
It wouldn't be
So,
them.
Gloria, the mom, soon adopted Emily, who is her daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And there were years where there was no arrest. And like the officer working on it at the time was Roger Spurgeon. And he was like the head of the case.
Mm-hmm.
And every once in a while they said he would check into leads.
Oh, good. I mean,
And
so
then-
at least he's like checking, he's keeping it updated.
And then when asked about it in an interview, it took him 20 years to solve this, by the way. 24 years.
Good.
Because spoiler, it is solved. Trust.
Good.
So,
I hate unsolved
When
cases.
I know. And when he was asked about the case, he said, it's really difficult to figure out who the suspects might most likely be.
He is just a girl trying to figure his way out in the world, and it's really difficult for him, Maddie.
Soon after that, he left. He quit. Like,
He said, this is too much for me. I
He
need to
said-
get some mental health time.
he said it's really difficult to find out who the suspects may be, and got a new job.
Me too. I do that in Dix. I said, this is too difficult. I need to leave. I quit.
Figuring out how much food's in the $5 biggie bag
Oh
was
my
really
god, it was too
difficult.
much.
She had to leave.
My coworkers are fat.
Okay, so he's like, no, I'm done. Too difficult.
Too
So
much.
then, in 2011, a friend of Amy's made a memorial page for her on Facebook, and the cold case detective who was now assigned to the murder was like, I don't know anything about Facebook. So
I can do this.
he asked another Sergeant, William Carter, to print out the page for him.
Good.
And
He printed out a Facebook page.
yes, he printed out the Facebook page because
Good.
this guy's like, I don't know
I
how
don't
to
know
do
what's
this.
going on. He's old school.
He's old school. And then William Carter, who's never investigated a homicide before, is like, oh, this is interesting. I think I'm going to look at this in my free time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he starts working on it, and he's like, it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Okay, so he's looking at it, and he's like, they have a friend of Amy's brother who lived across the street, and like he lived across the street and he knew about the stereo and stuff, and no one's ever interviewed him or got his DNA.
Oh.
And they're like, okay. And he's like, oh, this is like a new guy we never interviewed. So he figures out that the friend, his name is Rodney Denk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was living with his mother. I want to point out he would be 30, 40 years old. And he's living with his mom still.
He is a mommy's boy. He just wants. Never mind.
Yeah, just don't finish that sentence.
He brings girls
So-
down to his basement. He's like, look at my 6 stereo.
Stereo.
He's like, hey
So-
girl. And his mom's like, what's his name?
Rodney?
Rodney.
Rodney, your girlfriend's here.
So some sick dudes on a stereo.
So Sergeant Carter went to Rodney's mom's house and was like, yo, can we set up like an interview because we are trying to figure out more about this case? And they said, yeah,
Good.
come back this day. So he goes back to the house and Rodney's not there.
Dang it, Rodney.
And then they weren't even, like, he wasn't even, like, I mean, he was kind of, like, he was a new lead, but they weren't really suspecting him. They're like, we just want to talk to him, see if he saw anything. And they're like, well, we're still going to try to rule him out as a suspect.
Oh, good.
So they went and looked at his arrest history.
Uh-huh.
And he had prints on file from, it was a robbery charge, a battery charge, and a larceny charge, right?
Huh.
And they're like, huh, that's kind of strange.
That actually kind of makes sense.
And it's,
no, okay. You know what I'm picturing? You know, have you seen Huey Halloween?
yeah.
You know the mom that wears those like shirts that say like boner donor? Like that's what I'm envisioning, this mom being like, Rodney, and like,
Okay, my computer's
I
about
think
to die.
that's
We
really
need to
fun.
rush.
Yeah, it's also lunchtime.
So they compared these prints and stuff, and oh my god, they matched perfectly.
No way!
And all the DNA, wow.
Good.
And so Rodney had rented a car equipped with like this roadside assistance thing, so they were able to track him.
Mm-hmm.
And when they found him, he said, this is a quote from Roger Spurgeon or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was there when they found out. He said, he made a statement something to the effect of, I didn't do it. And then he had a knife and cut his wrist.
Excuse me? Like he literally says, I didn't do it.
But he didn't die. They took him to the
Oh,
hospital.
good. Okay. It's
He
not
took
over
him to
yet.
the hospital, and then he confessed. He's like, I didn't know she was in there. I was in John Paul's room to take the radio, and she came around the corner, and I hit her in the head, which I guess that's where the blood came from.
Blood, yeah.
Yeah.
But she died from strangulation,
Yeah.
not blood force.
And so then, well, Sergeant William Carter, I don't know where I'm getting Connor from. He got an award, or he was honored at a press conference because he found
I
out.
thought you were talking about Gabe Huff
No,
for a minute. I
not
said,
Gabe. No, Bill Carter or William Carter. We called him
Oh.
Bill.
That's my grandpa's name and nickname.
They're like, wow, this 24-year-old case, and he only found out about it a year and only spent 12 days actively questioning people.
What?
Because it was that easy to solve. The dude before, he's just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
What to do?
He just didn't know what to
God,
do.
why is he an idiot? This is why men can't be trusted with anything. I'm just kidding. Go, man.
In June 2013, a few days before his trial was set, he's like, nope, I'm guilty. And he was sentenced to 65 years of prison. And the article said, in a bizarre coincidence, police learned that Rodney's son, Dylan, was also in prison, serving 20 years for killing his mother
Oh!
and Rodney's ex-wife, Mary McHenry. And apparently McHenry was abusing Dylan, and he killed her when he was 16, just 1 year younger than Rodney was when he killed Amy.
Like father, like son.
Yeah.
Yikes.
But the daughter's doing good. She
that's
just
good.
graduated from Purdue.
She's a queen.
She's a queen.
God, imagine being from that family.
And then the family threw Sergeant Carter a party.
Good.
It was like this like a birthday party in their backyard kind of set up. Like,
why don't we get thrown a party?
Folding like tables and like the confetti tablecloths. Yeah, I was looking at pictures of it.
Dude, there's podcasts that solve cases. Can we be that so we can be famous?
Yeah.
Good. Then TSA will give us first place. I want to know how many people. Okay, if anyone knows this question, please slide up. Like, comment, subscribe. How many people are we competing against in TSA? Is it 50 from each state?
See, that's what I was thinking. One from each state. That'd be crazy.
Obviously, I was going to win.
But there's definitely not one from each state. There's no one from, like, Alaska going. The whole gang's in here now.
I know.
Oh, they're all leaving. Not that one.
Yeah, we need to find out their names.
So
Okay, we need to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Maddie.
Your song is
What's my song?
Wonderland.
Okay. Song of the week is Wonderland.
Yes.
Because it was in 1989, and that's a song in 1989.
Yeah, and she reminded me of Alice in Wonderland when you showed me her picture. Go check out the Instagram.
Go check out the Instagram that we may or may not post on.
Yeah, hey, we've made some progress. Yeah, up next on It Shouldn't Happen Again, O.J. Simpson, the trial that broke America. I'm just kidding.
Also, we're not really doing like news right now because when we're recording this isn't going to be posted for like 5 weeks.
Yeah, we're looking ahead. But yeah, that's all.
Okay.
I'm Wiley.
I'm Maddie.
It shouldn't happen again.